All right, so we're back to tagging. We had our lunch, yum, and now it's back to work. So what we're going to be focusing on now is clothing. So I want to take you step by step, and hopefully it won't be a very long video, but I wanted to give a little bit more detail on how to actually get the tags on, get them ready to take to the cell. Okay, so as I mentioned before, my system, everybody has their own system, so don't think that you have to do it this way, okay? It's just one system. And once you start doing your own design or your own pattern or whatever, you kind of modify and tweak it until you get something that works efficiently and swiftly for your purposes. But this is the way I do it. So on my table or on the floor, you could do it on the floor, I have all my piles of the sizes. Now remember, if you have a size 3 item, it's going to go in the lower size, so 0 to 3. So don't put your size 3 item in the 3 to 6 because they're going to outgrow it too fast, okay? So put your single sizes like size 3, or if you have a size 6, you're going to put it in 3 to 6, not in 6 to 9, okay? So you just categorize all your clothes. Usually on the table, I only go up to size 7 because that's usually all I do in pairing items. Usually size 8 and above, I just hang them singly because everybody likes to choose what pants go with what shirt and so on and so forth. So anyways, then once I get all my piles, then I take a whole pile of one size, because the important thing about doing sizes, number 1, you can pair, you can match. Number 2, once you're finished with all your tagging, you put them all in either one tub or in one rubber band or something like that. So when you get to the cell, you submit your items by size to the check-in person. It goes so much faster when they're already sized. So that's one reason why we want you to size them at home. But anyway, so then I take a big pile and I bring it over to this other table. And here again, I've done this on my couch, I've done it on the floor. It doesn't really matter where you do it. This is just what we've developed over time. So then I lay it all out. I have pants, I have shirts, I have outfits. Outfits are what you don't need anything else in order to make it a complete outfit. I have items that aren't necessarily a pair per se, but they can be paired together to make an outfit, okay? And then I have areas like this thing can be sold all by itself because it's a cardinal onesie, and some people just want the cardinals onesie. But when you have other onesies like this, you can pair all 4 of these together. And here's another tip. Hangers. You want to keep your hangers. When you buy things at the store or when a friend is overwhelmed with dry cleaner hangers, say, I'll take your hangers when you're done, because you can use them. And these kind of hangers are really great to hang on to because you can neatly and efficiently display the whole item instead of, you know, scrunching all of them up and having them all in a safety pin. So anyways, that's one way to do it. So then so say here's all my different outfits, and I have this cute little overall outfit, and guess what? I happen to have a red onesie. So I can pair that right up. It becomes a complete outfit, and it will sell much better that way. So those are some ideas. Here's some swimsuits that are kind of paired up that kind of make a complete swimsuit. But then I have pants. What do you do with pants? I didn't have any extra onesies or shirts to go with the pants. So some options you can do with pants. You can pair them up and put 2 each, or you can like this one's kind of like a wintry one, so I would put this aside for the winter, and when I get out my winter stuff, then I'll pair it up with some of those items too. So with kind of leftover stuff, you can kind of pair them together with something, and even though you can't charge a large price for that, you can still get something for those odds and ends pieces that are still usable, but they wouldn't necessarily pair up and match with something else. Okay, so then once I get done with that, I have another setup over here. And these are all of size 3, okay? This is my helper, Amelia. She's gonna help me do this a little bit faster. So one advantage of pairing is you can get more items into the cell. So for example, there's 35 items here. So I'm gonna show you very quickly how to get 35 items down to a smaller amount so that you can get more into the cell. Because remember, Each consignor is allowed 200 hang-up items, okay? That doesn't mean that you can only have one item on a hang-up. It means when you hang it up, that is one, counted as one, and then 2 and 3. So if you can get 3 or 4 items on that one hanger, all the better. What?
You can add more, the 200.
Yes, that is something else. If you have more, like our family, we have 8 children, and so we always go over the 200 limit. So there's an option that you can always add more hang-ups. For only $10, you can get 100 more hang-ups and also get 15 pairs more shoes that you can bring to the cell. And you can just keep going on up from there, okay? So anyways, here we go. So I categorized, here's all my pants, here's all my shorts, here's my shirts, and then these are kind of like already paired, like the swimsuits obviously go together, so that's an easy one. This is like a one-piece outfit, so it automatically goes to itself. Overalls generally sell well by themselves, except the little toddler ones. But that's just some options. Pajamas, kind of already put together. Amelia, you want to start putting those on hangers for us? I'm going to be using these, so if you'll grab those. I grabbed some different kind of hangers to kind of give you some ideas of actually how to put them on the hangers. Number one, if your items aren't well secured to your hanger and they fall off during the sale, number one, people aren't going to see them to buy them. Number two, they'll get dirty and therefore people won't want to buy them. And then number three, it's hard to get them back to you if we can't find them. So if they don't sell. So securing your items to the hangers is very helpful and critical to the success of the sale. Plus it keeps the sale looking neat and orderly, and that is something that we really strive for at the Recycle Kids sale. Okay, so anyways, here we go. So here I have this nice plaid red shorts, and I have a nice red shirt. We're going to pair those together. Doesn't that look so nice? Now, are they the same brand? No, they're not. This is an Old Navy, and this is a Gymboree. Okay, so they're not the same brand, but are they the same size? Yes, they are. So this is allowable, okay? So there's several ways that you can do it. I have a hanger here, gonna put this in. Now here again, like what we talked about in some of our other videos, presentation makes a sell, okay? We all like to go into a nice department store and see their displays, right? It draws us in. You can do the same with Recycle Kids Sell and how you put your items on the hangers, how you put them in the plastic bags. Ta-da! Look at that. Fresh from the store. From the Recycle Kids Sell store, right? So there we go. We have an item ready for tagging. So I'm just going to place that over here with the ones that Amelia has going, and let's keep going. Okay, so I have 2 shirts here and that have some decorative stuff. So I'm going to pair this with this little pair of shorts like this. Now here's another way that you can do it if you don't have the fancy dancy pant hanger and regular hanger. You can do it like this and use one pant hanger for the both of them, and you just snap it over, open I should say, and you can clip both of them in like this. Bam. Okay, it's still a set, it's neat and orderly, it'll hang, it will not get lost or fall down. Okay, so that's another way to do it. All right, let's see what else in here. Here I have this set that will go well. Okay, so that set's gonna go well. Okay, Amelia. So we have a couple of other ones that I don't really see. They're gonna go well with some of these other ones. Here's another set. So we have, Josiah, can you get me a pant hanger, please? So then what you do, when you can't do a bottom set with a top, then you can start doing bottoms together and tops together, okay? So like here's 2 bottoms. Same brand? No. This is Children's Place and this is Arizona, okay? But they're both size 3T. We do not allow mixing sizes, okay? So make sure that they're the same size. And you can put both of these on the same hanger. And you just halved the amount of clothing that goes into the cell payments. All right, so same thing with these. I'm going to pair these together. All right, and 2 is generally a good amount to pair, generally speaking. Onesies, they go 3, 4 sometimes, but generally speaking, 2 is a good pair to go with. So I'm going to pair these. They're more sporty, and these are more jeany. Jeany? Is that even a term? All right, so we'll try those. Pair those like that. All right, now this is a Tiger football shirt, and it pretty much stands alone. So we're just going to put it on the hanger. Now here's something else about hangers. Okay, if you get a hanger that is too small for your item, it's going to fall off very easily. This is pushing it. Okay, so size 3 is pretty much the smallest that you, or the biggest shirt that you would want on a toddler hanger. All right, otherwise they fall off very easily, and you don't want that at the sale. I've seen some consigners, they'll put pins in between the t-shirt and the hanger, which ensures even more security that the shirt isn't going to fall off. So that's an extra measure that you can do. Another word about pins. Pins are great. I use them all the time. You just want to be careful how you use them, okay? So that they don't create a lot of weight on the actual hole area, which creates a hole, and therefore we can't sell it. So be attentive to that. All right. So there's that. Most of these shirts are collared shirts. I generally like to do my collared shirts by themselves, just because I personally am a little bit more picky when it comes to collared shirts. T-shirts, I usually pair up pretty quickly.
So how are you hanging those in the direction?
Oh yes, good question. Thank you for bringing that out. So you want to put it so that the front of the shirt, you see a question mark in the hanger. Okay, that's very easy. So when you're laying it down like this, you see a question mark. Something else, presentation, button the buttons. On the onesies, snap the snaps. That, number one, helps keep them on the actual hanger, but it also gives a better presentation. Okay, so there we go. All right, and then I have this little guy. He's just all by himself. All right, here's some singles here for you. All right, so then I have some pants here, and depending on the pants, it's up to you, you know, whether you want to oh, I see a stain. He can't go in the cell. I thought I checked them all. All right, depending on the pants, it's up to you really what you want to, if you want to pair them or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just really depends. For our purposes today, I think we won't. Here again, snap the snaps, zip the zippers, okay? It gives a better presentation, and it helps them stay on the around too. Thank you for bringing those over there. That was so convenient. So I'm just going to put these on real quick, and then we're going to tally up how many we have. And I'm going to also show you a couple of ways to put your tags on the clothing. Now, if you're choosing to use pens, let me show you a couple of ways that you can do pens. Josiah, may I have one of those, please? Thank you. Okay, so here again, put your hanger where the question mark is facing you. All right. I like to use the really big pens for the pants, and if I'm ever pairing other items together, but you can put them. I would encourage you, don't put them down here on the bottom part like this, because what happens, let me see if I can just demo it really quick. What happens is, because of the weight of the pants, they all end up on a corner. So they look really great like that, right? But with people looking at them in the sale, they end up like this. And then they fall off the rack. And then we have to go around and pick them up. They get dirty. And then stepped on and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so to avoid that, here is what you can do. A little trick that I learned, and it helps. I'm just going to take them off the bottom of the hanger and put it on the top of the hanger like this. And watch. Doesn't mean it's going to be perfect and never cause a problem, but look at that. See? Isn't that so much better? So when people are going back and forth like this, look at that. It stays secure and it's going to stay on the rack so much better. Okay? So let me get a couple more of these on here real fast. Now, why don't you get me a skinny one? With the pants, I like to use skinny ones. You know, the hangers, some of my favorite hangers to use when I have to use pens are the dry cleaner hangers. You know, just the wire ones, because they're skinny wires, and you can use smaller safety pens if you don't have the big ones. So that's really helpful too. I'm doing good work over here, Amelia. This is something else. Let me tell you. Our kids help us so much in the cells, but not just at the cell, which I'm sure all of you see them when you come, but even at home, they have learned how to tag, how to hang, how to clean, how to choose, how to pair. They are now actually consigning their own items. And developing entrepreneurship. They will go on buy, sell, trade and look for items and get items for great prices and then resell them at the children's cell for great prices. It's just really crazy. And we never even told them to do that. They just kind of started developing that once they saw the potential and once they saw what they could do. So it's just really neat that they get involved, and we depend on them so much, and they really help make the cell go. Just like so everybody who works the cell, who does the cell, who brings their items, it couldn't happen without everybody doing their part. Okay, so how are we doing? Just about there? Okay, now I have these two items here, and I wanted to show you two different ways to pen. Okay, so number one, you can use the safety pen, which I did this for years and years and years, and then my wonderful sister Hope introduced me to a tagging gun, and yeah, it's kind of nice. So much faster and easier. But anyways, if you're going to do the pen, the only way to do pens is you do it right here on the upper left shoulder of your hanger. So here's your question mark right here, and then here's your tag, and you pin it right here. Pin it right there, just like that. Okay, done. Okay, easy to see when you're looking on the rack. Say here's the rack like this, and you're looking at items. It's very easy to see here. If you pin it over on this side, we will ask you to switch it to the other side. Okay, everything has to be uniform. It just makes it better and faster for cells, which we all want that. Another way to do it is this handy dandy tagging gun. It is worth the investment. Okay, let me tell you. So I have another tag right here. Take our overalls. Okay, and there's two places that you can do it. Well, I'll just show you on shirts. Okay, if you were to do it on a shirt item, okay, don't do it here because it's going to create a hole here. Okay, you get the tag out like this, and then you put the tag in here like that, and you can put it right onto the tag. The other place is right here where the corners and the seam meets underneath the arm, on the left shoulder or under the left armpit, and you just put it right in there and tag it right there. Here again, they're easy to see when they're up on the rack and people are going from one item to another item to another item. They're going to see it here and they're going to see it here. Also, when you do that, don't let the tag be inside here. Make sure it's on the outside, hanging down, like some of these items here. For example, like this. Okay, just like that. Okay, have it hanging out like that. On pants, where did I put that? Yes, very good. Thank you, Amelia. Okay, on pants, here again, the overalls. Here's the tag over here. You can put it on the tag. A tag is a great place to do it, but look at this, watch that, bam, woo, just saved you a lot of time right there, right? All right, so now let's count up how many items we have. So we started with 35, let's see how many we actually are taking to the cell in our size 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, look what Amelia did. Okay, so say you have hangers and you want to pair like this. You can always put them together with the rubber band. Now, a tip, don't put them on the top of the question mark because they won't slide on the racks, okay? So put them down here. But that's another way to do it. Okay, so good job, Amelia. So 1, 2, and that's counted as 1, 3, okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we now have 21 items. So we went from 35 down to 21. What is that? 13, 14. We just saved 14 items that now we can put 14 other items or maybe 20 other items in just by pairing them. Now, do we take them to the cell like this? No. Let me tell you why. Okay, so now that you have everything tagged, oops, can you fix that please? Now we're going to separate them. Bottoms, okay, you're going to have your bottoms, your outfits, okay, the younger sizes have outfits. We do have a category for swimsuits. Outfits are anything that have top and bottom that you don't have to put anything else with, okay? And then we have our tops. We have our bottoms. We also have category for pajamas. Let's put our tops over here. Okay, sets, pajamas, bottoms, sets. Okay, now, do you see how fast that went? Okay, now you put them all together. Okay, now the reason that we're doing this, okay, so it goes tops, bottoms, outfits or sets, okay, then we have pajamas and swimsuits, okay. Now the reason that we do this is because when you get to the cell and you're going to check in, you're going to put up your one whole size at a time. And then the inspector will inspect them. And Amelia is often an inspector. I'm an inspector. We have lots of volunteers who are inspectors. And basically what we're looking for is what? Tears, stains, rips, holes, pet hair, fuzz, what else?
Fade.
Oh, fading, out of style, snags, zippers that don't work. Basically what we want to purchase ourselves, okay? And so we go through that just to make sure quality control is there. But then all of our consigners now have the opportunity to get out on the floor and take your items and hang them out there. So if they're like this, all you have to do is go to the size 3 aisle and you're gonna put your shirts up here, you're gonna put your pants up here, you're gonna put your outfits up here, and so on and so forth. Bam, you're done with size 3, okay? It doesn't take long, but if all of these are mixed up, it's gonna take a long time at inspection. It's gonna take a long time when you get out there on the floor to put them on the racks, okay? So, that's why we ask you just to do that very quickly at home. And then what we do here is we put them all in this tub so they stay all together. And then we put the next size on the other side and ready to go to the cell. All finished.